Well, first of all, one option could have been a minuscule increase on New York City's largest businesses, and I also included a tax cut for smaller businesses. That was just one idea I put out there. Didn't have to happen, but I thought it made some sense at the time. People consider that, but the largest businesses, instead of on their employees, the people who have to drive in, the nurse who works at a hospital and who's not going to take the subway for the 2 a.m. shift because she's afraid. Okay? There are people, real people, who are not necessarily rich like everyone thinks, who actually have to drive cars in. The security guard at the theaters who comes in late at night and is anxious about the cost, $3,600 more a year if you work 5 days a week. So it's a question of priorities. But I will make sure that we continue focusing. Also, congestion mitigation. This is an enormous priority of mine. But I also want to make an observation as someone who spent a lot of time in all 5 boroughs. Congestion is a problem in places more than just in Manhattan. If you've been to Brooklyn lately, Queens, I mean, these are places where it is tough to get around. We need a smart strategy, and I don't want to wait until it goes into, I wouldn't even want to wait another year. Why don't we start taking steps now to address the issue of congestion? And I'm committed to reducing emissions, which is why I'm leaning hard into our electrification programs, where most emissions do come from in cities. So we're working on all the above approach. But to talk about it now at the end of session was, well, you're here anyhow, let's talk about it now, or we can come back, or we can do it in the next session. There's a lot of options available.